Hello everyone, it's Jade Bolden and welcome to my video. Today we're going to do an essential oil spotlight. And the essential oil we're spotlighting is the Hope oil, okay, from doTERRA. So in a nutshell, Hope oil is for confidence, for hopefulness, for self-acceptance, for believing, for rebirth, for courage. It's the oil of overcoming overcoming trauma, despair, hopelessness, feeling unloved, and shame. All right, so the ingredients in the Hope oil is frankincense, ylang ylang, bergamot, vanilla, and fractionated coconut oil to dilute it down. So in the past, this oil was actually created to be given away. It had a very special mission to be given to people, women mostly, who are in or I guess at risk of or suspected trapped in sex trafficking. But now it's available for all of us to buy. So if you have a doTERRA wholesale account, you can buy this Hope oil for yourself and to give away to people. And it is designed to help the O.U.R. and O.U.R. stands for Operations Underground Railroad. So on my website here, I have a link to the Operation Underground Railroad. So you can go there and find out what they're up to and how many people they've been able to save. So it's a very, very good cause to support. Now, if you purchase this, it's going to be $20, and the whole price, the whole $20 will go to the Healing's Hand Foundation that supports and sponsors the O.U.R. operations. And they've been able to give doTERRA Healing Hands have been able to give the O.U.R. a lot of money to upgrade, to do a lot of things, and this is so powerful. I feel like I'm connected to a wonderful cause, and I rally behind these people. So anyways, now please give this to friends who are perhaps at risk of suicide, if they talk about suicide, and people who are you think a suspected part of sex trafficking, if they are stuck and they don't have the courage to get out, have them purchase one of the, or give them one of these, and they should be able to find a solution. In the past, we have if you peel the peel back, you should see the number for help, but this oil will help them feel that courage to go and seek for help and to have people come and save them. Okay, one thing you need to know is there's bergamot in this oil, but the good news is bergamot in here is not photosensitive, so that means you can apply it to your skin and not worry about the skin sensitivity, the photosensitivity issue of citrus oils, okay? So like I always do, we're going to go through the body, the mind, and the spirit levels of what these oils can do for you. All right, so the first level is the body, and you can apply it to your heart when you feel that stress and that heart palpitation. All right, so apply that to your heart and to help it calm down. So it's for calming the heart. It's in a roller, so it's very easy to use. Just apply it and rub it on, and then inhale it, and then smell it, and it'll help calm your mind down, but then it calms that heart too. You can actually scent clothing and bedding with this, so apply it to your hands and then just touch your bedding and your clothing. And if you have kids who struggle with self-acceptance, this is a wonderful oil to apply on them or on their clothing or bedding if they don't want to use any of the oils, just to help them have more confidence in themselves in this time that they're discovering their identity and seeing where they fit in the world, because they're not children anymore and they're not quite adults yet. So it helps them do that transitioning. helps calm the tummy. So you know, when you're stressed and you're anxious, you have a lot of knots in your tummy. So this here helps calm that muscle and unwind and relax the muscles in the tummy. So you can apply this to your tummy. And your tummy, if you draw a square, you know, every corner is a sphincter, an opening, doorway. So you can apply it on your tummy clockwise and massage those corners to help things move along, okay? So whatever way are stressed, things are backed up, right? And it's very painful. It's a representation of holding on to fear, okay? Holding on to junk, okay, that we don't need anymore. And the other thing you can do on a physical level is wearing it as a perfume. Now get rid of all of those toxic perfumes out there. It may smell nice, but a lot of it has petrochemicals and neurotoxins and endocrine disruptors that will, you know, damage your cells and hold you sick after a while, okay? And that way, that's the reason why sometimes people have all of these thyroid problems, breast problems, and hormone imbalance. And you don't know that over time, a little bit here, a little bit there, adds up and it causes problems. Okay, so we're all natural perfumes, and maybe over time you might not be able to smell it as strongly because you're so used to the aroma. That's okay, other people can smell you, and you can swap it out and try a different oil and then go back to this one. Now, head tension, it helps with that too. So when you're stressed, of course, you overthink and you think so much that your head is tense and in pain. So apply it to the cross of your forehead, on your ears, the back of your neck, on the big toes, and help your brain unwind and relax. Okay, so that's the ways that you can use it physically. I'm sure there's other ways, but these are the ways that I have come up with and have found that it's very useful. Now let's move on to the mind. So this is the oil of overcoming. Right, according to the Emotions and Essential Oil book, the negative emotion that this oil helps you shift out and move out is despairing, hopelessness, unloved, traumatized, and shameful. So if you feel any of those feelings, apply this to help you push through. You don't have to be, doing it all on your own. And the positive emotion that it helps you adopt is hopeful, courageous, self-acceptance, believing, healing, and rebirth. Okay, so if you lack courage, right, this is a wonderful oil for you to use for that, to boost that courage. We all have fear, but the difference is some of us hold on to it and stay where we are, and we don't progress, right? And then we start getting sick, and then we're getting heavy, and then we're getting, blinded by by our fears with it, and not going forward in our path. So, the other people choose to move through that fear, okay? So here, this is an oil to help you move through that, to have courage and to believe. So apply it over your heart or your heart pulse points, which is your left hand and your left feet on the bottom. And then you can say this affirmation: as I connect to God, I have all the strength I need to push through with great courage. As I connect to God, I have all the strength I need to push through with great courage. Okay, you don't have to do it on your own, and with God's power, you can do it. Okay, this is an oil that you can use for self-acceptance. So apply it to your tummy, because that's the place where you feel that sense of security. Because you have those knots too when you're stressed and you don't accept yourself. And say the affirmation: I fully love and accept myself unconditionally. So that means you're not going to make any conditions for your happiness. You're not going to say, well, I love myself when I'm, this weight, or when I'm perfect, or when I'm confident, or when I whatever. You create so many self-imposed limitations. So this here, it throws out all of those limitations. You don't have to fix them all now. So you can love and accept yourself in your imperfections. So this has been big revelation for me, and it's really helped me accept myself and not fear rejection, because guess what? I rejected myself first, and with that energy I shared it with everyone. I broadcasted it, so people reject me, right? So when I love and accept myself, people love and accept me too. And people who don't, that's not my problem, is it? Right? So this is a way for you to overcome that and speak your truth and do your thing that you're meant to do here on earth. The other affirmation is, I am enough for now, right? So if you have maybe a kid in your home, 5-year-old, a cousin, or a child, whatever, think about that child. If that child is, doing the 5-year-old thing that he's doing or she's doing, she's enough. You're not going to expect him to cook a meal, right? Or, go out and do grade 12 math. I mean, that's ridiculous, but we do that to ourselves. We're only at this level, whatever level you're at, and then you're expecting yourself to be over there, and you're not going to be happy with yourself unless you're over there already now, right? That's silly. And you think that, being hard and, on yourself and pushing yourself because, fear and shame, that will motivate you forward. Guess what? It doesn't, right? It actually slows you down. It actually holds you back. All right. So what motivates you is acceptance and tolerance. So if you encourage that child along, it's okay. You can get up again. You fell over, but that's okay. Brush yourself off, get up again. You can do it, right? When you are encouraging like that towards yourself, guess what? You'll be more confident. You'll push forward. You'll move faster, right? So that's what we do. We've had a false belief. This world has taught us that we have to be hard, work hard, and beat ourselves up when we don't do it right, so we can learn the lesson. But the message that is sent through is, you can't be trusted. We're going to nail this lesson into you. Wow. So instead, have that confidence. Hey, you know what? That looks painful enough. Hope you learned. Let's get going, right? Don't need to pour more lemon into that wound when, it's already painful enough. So this is an oil of self-acceptance. Give it to your teenagers. Give it to your children that, feel a lack of self-love. And you might need it yourself. Who knows? Now, this is another thing that you can do with this. If you or your friend have had some sort of trauma, some physical trauma, it will be, something in your psyche too, right? So you want to physically have a rebirth bath. So you have half a cup of Epsom salt and mix it up in your bathtub, put warm water in there and massage this oil all over you, okay? And, it's the energy of God. It's the energy of cleanliness, and it helps you wash away all that shame and all the dirtiness, that you think that you have. And with God and his power, you can be reborn and renewed and move forward. All right. You don't have to associate your identity to the problems that you have. Your problems, your traumas is not you. Okay. What I like to tell people is take post-traumatic stress and turn it to post-traumatic growth. It sounds fun, but you know what? It's important, right? You think, yeah, whatever. But really, guys, if you don't, you'll have Groundhog's Day, and life will keep repeating itself for some reason. It may be in a different shape or form, but it's still the same lesson unless you push through. So best to push through the first time, okay? And have that post-traumatic growth. So you can have that affirmation of saying, in God's power, I wash away the old and welcome the new me. So when you towel off and dry off, allow yourself to be renewed. For me, I'm Christian, so I feel like God died for me, Jesus died for me, and he already paid for that pain. I don't need to, do it over again and over again, okay? That's already done. I'm going to move forward and live for him, all right? So let's move on to the spirit. All right, so this life, you guys, is for us to have experiences to further our spiritual powers. That's basically what it is. We really need to keep the end in mind, the objective, the real big objective in mind always. Okay, so when things happen, right, when you experience a loss of innocence, okay, stolen childhood, right, and other unthinkable traumas, you think, I wish it was better. I was, delete all that, make it perfect and smooth. And, every one of us in our earthly journey has a package deal. There's something already planned out for us. We have to experience certain things. And the sooner we learn to accept those things and learn from those things, the faster we grow and the more happiness we have on this earth, okay? The more we resist, the longer that pain is there. So our challenge is to keep remembering God in all the ways and all the times. So one of my friends, she said to me, and it was funny, and then she made that realization. She said, I don't know why that when things are tough, I forget God. I wish it was easier. And then I remember I was so good when I was remembering God. I said, of course, when the rainbows are out and the butterflies are flying around and, life is happy and daisy is popping out, it's, of course, it's easy. But when stress happens, you've forgotten that you have disconnected, and that's an opportunity for you to reconnect again. And it's a skill, and we get better and better the more we do it, guys. All right, so we need to fill our life up with more light, because light gives us guidance. Light helps us make better choices. Okay, when you're in the dark, you can't see what you're doing. All right, physically you can't see what you're doing, so you don't know if you're doing it right or you're heading the right direction. So with essential oils, especially oils like this, it helps you have more light, and when you're standing in the light, you make better choices. So this is for more spiritual light. So what you do is apply it in your palms, rub it together, cup it over your nose and mouth, inhale, just keep breathing it in and telling yourself that you're going to move out of that dark place and then into the light where you will make better choices. Okay, because sometimes when we stay in the dark, we get addicted to being in the dark, and then life spirals downwards and you live in drama after drama, and you don't have to. Okay, so this is the oil that helps you to have more light in your life. People, when they go to the dark places, and I was here once, you just want to end it. You don't want to continue, and you don't feel like you've got a purpose here on earth. And you know what? I feel like that's, when you're in the dark, there's voices that whisper these things to you, right? You need to move out of the darkness so that you can see and hear good stuff. All right, and those are the truths. All right, if you keep listening to those dark voices, you head down that path. And I was so grateful that I didn't follow that, and I wanted to check out so badly. But now I'm so grateful that my life has changed so dramatically since I chosen just to move out of the dark and come to the light. All right, so if you guys are in the dark places right now, please, apply this oil on and then move yourself out of the dark. Now, the last thing here is to help you with meditation. It's really important to have quiet time so you can think and feel and connect to God and refocus on your life's purpose. Okay, so if you apply this to your hands and apply it over your heart, inhale it, okay, and then just be that human diffuser as you meditate and ponder. Try to meditate every morning so that you can reset your day with pure intentions, because the negativity of the world is like the dark, it's like gravity. It's so heavy and it holds you down, and you have to exert extra effort to be lifted up. It's worth it. It's work, but it's worth it. And once you're up and you're strong, it's not as much effort as it was originally, okay? And when you're liberated, right, you make good choices, and every aspect of your life is improved, right? From relationships to money to time to health, everything improves. So one little tip that I want to leave with you before I end here is attachments. The reason why we are held down is because we attach our happiness to so many things. It's so conditional, that happiness. So you need to sever all of those connections, right? You don't have to be happy when you have more money, when you have better health, when. Sever it all. I am happy now. In my current situation, I am grateful now, all right, and I will be better and I will improve, and everything else in my life will improve, right? And only attach yourself to God, right? Just be grateful that you're alive. Be grateful for whatever it is that you currently have. If you have a great relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your family, be grateful and keep giving thanks for those things, because those things will grow. All right, give thanks to the little bit of money that you have. Give thanks to that, and it will grow. And for me, it shows me my faith, okay, that I don't rely on, money for safety, or money for peace, or the love of my husband for happiness, the love of my kids for peace, or whatever it is, you see. So everyone is free and safe to make their choices, because I have this happiness that is unattached and unconditional to them. So it makes it so much easier not to blame, right? And it makes it so much easier for you not to catch people's blame and carry their responsibility for their happiness, okay? So this here will really help you lift up and sever all of the things that hold you back and hold you down and hold you in the dark places. Alrighty, so hope oil is a fantastic oil. It's very simple, very powerful. So I have a top 10 uses for the hope oil here. All right, and if you don't have a doTERRA wholesale account, please contact me and I'll hook you up if you want one. If somebody else forwarded this video to you, ask them about it, okay? And having a wholesale account is so wonderful, because you get to buy these oils at a good deal and then buy all the other products at a wholesale price, and then you get to improve your life dramatically. So I'm so grateful that I've had this opportunity to be using the oils to learn and to change, and I sure hope that you have that same blessing too. So to help you have more love, to and light and healing. The love that I'm talking about is a deep love of yourself, a deep love of divinity, and a deep love for others, okay? And the light is just clarity and energy, so that you can choose clearly and be discerning. And the healing means that you're whole, that you're complete, they're not missing something, okay? You're not this restless soul, okay? So that's what I mean when I say I'm sending you lots of love, light, and healing. Thank you. I hope you subscribe to my videos if you like it, and I look forward to talking to you. If you have any comments or questions, please contact me. I love to connect and help people out. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.